So yeah, this is a video I came across of Erigga. Was being asked, his opinion about the dating scene right now in the Nigerian climate. And he had a lot to say, a lot of wonderful things to say that I will be chipping in my own commentary in between. Now let's go through, let's listen to it so you can hear what he has to say, man. And by the way, I gotta give a big shout out to Nigerian FM stations, from Cool FM to Yanga FM. Like even the very many other podcasts that are coming up, and I like the reception of the Nigerian celebrities showing up, giving their opinions. Conversations that we used to have in our backyards are now being brought to the forefront, and they are shaping the public perceptions and opinions. And it's beautiful. So yeah, let's go straight up to this one. Let's check it out.
We'll move away from there right now, because we'll not come here now. A couple of I think weeks ago, you talk about how Nigerian women, they date for survival and not romance. Which message? Because some people actually come for you. You'll be very outspoken person. I want to like it, but you right from time. Yeah. You will tell your guy how it be straight up. You know, if you lie, real matters. So why that particular arrangement? Why you feel say that?
What's going to happen now? Because I won't come out as Erigga. I'm not the Twitter guy.
Before it comes in, it's a fact. Like currently now, the Nigerian scene, it's transactional. In fact, I just wanted to watch this because a lot of things that Erigga said is more like, he took the words out of my mouth. And it's very interesting to see that Erigga is one of the most outspoken individuals, and at least, he was able to come out to talk about these things the way it is. He always talks about it. So let's check it out.
Who you ask that question?
You said okay. Now the Twitter guy be this.
Ask me. That artist ask me.
So you say Nigeria women, they date for survival. They don't date for romance. Why? We're waiting to give you that perspective of Nigerian women.
Yahoo boys don't kill romance, so romance didn't exist again.
Yahoo boys.
They kill romance didn't exist again.
But then again, if you look at the
waka
population,
is your place. I mean, people and the old hand together, they waka. Boy and woman, when you see where old hand like this, they waka. This Lagos, when you dey from here to Aja, boy and girl, when old hand is true, they do hand like this. They do love like this. When you see hand last,
that is man.
Which is very factual. It is very true. It's not even about Lagos. I'm here in Kaduna State, and it's very obvious. You barely see these things anywhere. Maybe for reasons like the girls themselves, though, they don't like to really attach themselves to anybody because you are not the only person they are with. So they are not working with you alone on the street. What I'm saying? They kind of it's not as open as it used to be. And again, everything has been monetized. That it's more about, what are you giving me for me coming around? It's more like a prostitution scene. I think I used to say this a lot of times. I did a track on it. Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy that it's the same narrative we just keep like recycling and talking about, man. It's crazy. But you guys simply saying it, Now check it out. Where do you see it? Because when you go to Europe, when you go abroad, you see these things different. You see people, you can tell that these ones are lovers. You can see two people holding their hands doing that. And I get that PDA does not really mean always love, but you know what I mean, For two people to romantically see themselves out there and do their thing, you may argue that it is not really an African thing, but at least Africans these days, we have adopted a whole lot of European concepts and European lifestyle. So we do it, and we still see people when they're in love, they are not ashamed of showing themselves out there. But these days it has become the scarcest thing. It's scarcer than even getting a virgin these days, and it's funny, man.
That's it, some more. Because don't get the problem now. Be say we dey raise weak men these days.
Weak men,
yeah, they are not strong. They feel say when man don't feel say a whole entire value they in pockets
money, but you go blame the men. Now the society standard by some certain women before them, now they set those standard.
No, that's a lie. You can't blame the women. It has often been said that if a society is deteriorating, it is the men that are responsible for it, because whatever it is you see women doing, it is the men that permitted it. Andrew Tate was making a reference to say that the Afghanistan women today now, because the American women are screaming about freedom, liberty, and all of that, inclusion and equality. But then he argued that it is the men that actually gave that liberty and freedom to the American women. It's not the American women that got it by themselves, by whatever. Even though the history books want to credit it to Susan Anthony, Lucretia Mott, Betty Friedan, and a lot of feminists like Mary Wollstonecraft and so. But it is the men that actually handed it over to them. If the men today, just like in Afghanistan, refuse and say no, this will not happen, definitely will not happen. Look at the women in Afghanistan, in other Islamic Arabian countries. They want to be as free as American women are, as our women are here in Nigeria, but they cannot because the men do not hand it over to them. So whatever it is you see happening in society, it is the men. You can't really know. It is men that uphold society and women follow. It has always been like that. So it is true, as Erigga said, that a lot of weak men are here. They're existing these days, and they use the word raised. I don't know. Would we argue that it was our fathers that actually raised us like this? I don't know, but then I think that the mainstream media contributed to it. It's not really women, it's the mainstream media, and then every other person agreed with it. When the mainstream media, like for example, look at that Zlatan song that's saying, "I persuade money and believe in thing." So that kind of thing. And then back to the reference, the statement that Erigga made, where he said Yahoo boys don't kill romance. It still goes back to see that when money started getting into their hands, they just made it seem as though, what, I just buy you this, I buy you this, I buy you this, I buy you that, then boom, and then you just have to, and there we go. And he's going to make a statement here where he said the first person will pay 20,000, now he fuck everything up, and you hear it.
Why you feel so?
Because growing up, some of my age mate that time go look us down, say, I don't feel run things with you. The next thing you see that they follow brother when they drive V-boot.
Now me with me the best one. Let me not brag the thing.
No, but you okay. Now the problem starts, Erigga.
You won't bring my shit out of my shell now like this.
Come outside.
When I did inside my shell,
come outside. Now the problem starts.
When I did my cocoon, since you want,
not be the men. So
Bros,
some
the first person went pay 20,000. I spoil the dating pool for Nigeria.
So indoor talker now.
The first person went pay 20,000.
20,000 for street, abi, along the road.
20,000. I don't know how you take to say I will give you 20k. Now it caused the problem.
Just to get on.
It used to be meat pie, Mr. Big's Fanta.
But it's true. Honestly, men began to overprice women, overrate women. While women overestimated themselves, men underestimated themselves and reduced themselves to the mere value of money. And I think Erigga is going to make a point. That's why I had to pick this video to even play, because it's like he said everything that I would have said. That is why when men go abroad, where women actually see you beyond the money side, where they want to have intelligent conversations to see what is upstairs. They want to bond with you emotionally. They want to, really connect with you. Most Nigerian men who already have this money-oriented mentality are found wanting in situations like that.
I send you card. I can even send you email card. As far as email, go www.
Write letter.
I go send you digital card. The flower go the pop. Be like, oh, it's so intentional. Now one bra pay 20,000 everything they change.
So at the end of the day, if you blame the women, now the men set this standard where the women just raise the bar.
When I say weak men, a lot of men can she join our conversation? Because woman, we not fit talk about woman like we judge them.
No, this one is just leave and verse. You go fit scatter ground.
We go scatter this ground to do. Ground must scatter. See what's in the R&B.
Yeah.
And I'll be blunt with you.
Yeah.
I don't really know, say, you not get anything for me as a girl.
Yeah.
All what you have is money. We can't have a conversation because you can't have a conversation. You were raised in a society that told you that as a boy, once you have money, the world is yours. Everything inside belongs to you. Now you can't jam a girl when you dey intimidated by because of the way she dey talk. She's probably you don't know how you fit it down. What you go front?
No money.
Who they go push sugar for a mouth when you go take out?
Nobody.
Because you go hardly see young men they get actual conversations and tell you. Some of them like, what I don't waste my time for more. No, you deceive ourselves. Give me this more. You go your way. Normal level. But you see those days, we dey very intentional. We dey go find you for school. Follow you, they carry you go out. They proud of you. They hold your hand. Yeah, but now the dating pool is really crazy right now. Everybody dey with everybody, so nobody want to hold your hand because if you hold your hand, now you call day way today. But now you call hold on today. You still live on because
Honestly, it's just a fact. It's the fact. Like, I think one time like that, we were having a conversation, me and at a particular female, and I was like, you know, this whole relationship thing that everybody are talking about, giving a million how to. It's not as difficult as people make it. It is because we are now, somehow we have become stupid. We have become stupid enough to want to do it a certain type of way that is so unnatural. What happened to just sitting in a very, maybe a cool spot in your area, even under a mango tree? Like, is it not me and you? Is it not about me and you? But now it has to be, I have to take it to a fancy place. I have to spend a whole lot of money. I have to buy an iPhone. I have to do this and do that. And the problem with this kind of thing is that it never ends, because when you do one, you have to keep doing. And at the end of the day, when you can no longer do, simply means your time has expired with them and the love is expired, or the so-called love, because it's not. And it's crazy,
Because everybody's dating
each other
for benefit.
So maybe this one also explain why young ladies and young men these days not they quit marry, because like us.
So you see because everybody is dating everybody for the benefit. Now it simply means that if you are dating for the benefit, if somebody else has more to offer, you go there. So before you know, like they always say, if it's about money, you always have somebody that will pay, not even someone, people. And so now, since now the girls are all about money, we have guys who will pay. 1 million guys to pay. So that is 1 million guys she's going to have slept with. So when you finally get her, you are just part of the few who have gotten her, or the many who have gotten her, and the very other many who will still have her. You see? And so it keeps going. Now to this statement he just made, that it's going to be difficult for people to get married. Like who is gonna really want to get married when he still knows that the same way the relationship is the equivalent of what the marriage itself is going to be? If at the end of the day it's all about the money, the transaction, even when you get married, what is going to change? Because a lot of people try to push that narrative that marriage is going to be different. When you're going to marriage, you have to go with a different orientation, but it's still the same person. So how is it going to change? Which is the frustrating side of things, man.
We settle down. I think
this period now to marry go hard.
Because of the mental state.
As in, more than they, like, their mental health is in shambles. They don't even know what's real anymore. Some boys not in that same way. When we say, if girl would say they love them, they go look their GLE, look their house, look their account.
They're autistic because of that one.
Yeah, man. So they don't know what real love is anymore. That's why some of my guys, once they enter UK like this or so, but don't they reach how many months now? Person never match banga. Because why? When you date outside the Nigerian space, you have to communicate, you have to conversate, you have to go on dates, you have to be intentional, you have to be prompt. You can't say let's go out by 6 o'clock and you're there by 8 o'clock. It doesn't work. Everybody have what they're doing with their time. So it's very difficult. Shock. Yeah, it's very difficult for these guys to date outside the Nigerian pool because they can't hold it. So if they go country and say they have to you money, they scatter everywhere. Now why it be like this today?
That's to say we get a lot of work to do on top of our net.
Honestly, and you see that statement where he say use money, they scatter everywhere. I think I was watching one Shanks interview with, was it Joycey? And Shanks was saying that, man, he got into the club and a couple of UK guys were just in one corner there, and they were just, rotating shots, but the Nigerian guys were there like, oh man, they were balling and all of that. Like, man, like Nigerian guys, when they come and steal the UK girls. But now when you reference it or allude it to what Erigga is saying, now you see that it's more like they are just flaunting the only thing they know how to flaunt. A lot of guys don't have anything upstairs. We have to be very honest, as much as we know that a lot of girls also do not have anything upstairs. And so that is why you see the prostitution pool, not even the relationship pool. I don't call it again relationship pool because I see it as prostitution rebranded, like Mokokoma said. Our relationship is prostitution rebranded. And so that's why the prostitution pool, continues to thrive and excel, especially in this our climate. I think another contributory factor to why transactional relationships are very much evident here is also poverty. I think our economic situation is also highly contributory, because when you notice, you see that most of the girls from wealthy families do not really get moved by money. At least as a guy who has dated a girl from a wealthy family, at least attest that money isn't really a big deal you get. So they really like you or love you for who you are. They just want that attention. Although yes, their attention can be constantly demanding, like they want constant attention, but at least you know it's not really money, and you can tell that it's at least an atom of genuineness there. So I think that is also highly contributory, because when a girl is starved at home, and the orientation that a lot of Nigerian parents also give to women, like if you're in Nigeria, you know what I'm talking about. In the universities, you can see a lot of girls even sleeping around just because they are the ones catering for themselves. And in some cases, you see their parents calling these girls while these girls are in school and saying, hey, when you're coming, or you are not going to send something to us at home, like a girl in school. And so you see that indirectly encourages prostitution. So when a girl even meets you, even if she likes you genuinely, the economic situation that she finds herself in pushes her to also unconsciously or subconsciously expect that kind of transactional relationship, where at least something has to come in for her. Though she likes you, but even as she's with you, something still has to come. And in some cases, some girls will at least have a guy they really like, who they won't be taking money from, then have other guys who they'll be taking money from to either help the guy and also help themselves. So I think in Nigeria, it's part of the situation, and it's very crazy that it may not end anytime soon, because things are not seeming to get better by the way. So it's crazy.
Why una need to elect me?
Yeah. For waiting.
When you find it, elect me. Just so far elect they deliver. I know
Minister of
anything.
Of grooming boys to be mature men.
Minister of anything. I can solve anything. And I know everything.
Yeah. So that's it from Erigga. Let me hear your take in the comment section. Let me hear your contributions. If you have counter takes, I also want to hear it. But yeah, it's just true. Both the men and the women, there's a whole lot of problems right here, especially in the romantic scene. But me myself, I've already given up on that idea of getting married, because a whole lot of things that I've seen, and I've come to the conclusion that I better be alone and just explore life and be free and enjoy life to the maximum. And then we still have people who, regardless of how the climb is, the romantic climb, they still have faith that yes, it doesn't really matter. They can still navigate it and will still thrive in it successfully without engaging or indulging in the so-called transactional or prostitutional, rebranded type of prostitutional scheme that we have. That's it from me today. Great day of entertainment vlog. Do me a favor, hit the like button, because liking my work really helps the channel. And also do me a favor and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share my work, tell your friends about me, tell a friend. And yeah, man, don't mind me, man. I'm coming real consistent. Just give me some time, man. I'm coming real consistent, and I'm gonna be giving you a whole lot steadily. But for now, man, I'm out.